The other thing that Jack Lowe said yesterday to Chris Wallace was this idea of default on the full faith and credit. So this is what he said. Go ahead, Devin.
And if the United States, for the first time since 1789, willfully defaults on the good full faith and credit of the United States. I mean, people say you can pay some bills and not other bills, but let me ask you a question. If you pay one bill, so let's just say you pay interest and principal on the debt. I'm not saying that you can. What happens if you don't pay millions of people on Social Security? What happens if you don't pay hospitals and healthcare providers across the country? The consequences are immediate and they're very bad. Congress needs to act.
Let me tell you something. Let me just tell you the reality of that. There's enough money coming into the Treasury every single month. As a matter of fact, I was just looking at July's budget, which went from January or the last almost the entire fiscal year, all but 3 months. And they've gotten more than enough money coming into the budget every single month. As a matter of fact, September was last year was one of the highest or the highest month of the year for revenues. I don't know if that'll be the case this time, but it would stand to reason because anybody that's extended their taxes are due by the end of August. So they're going to be collecting all that revenue as well. So September ought to be a pretty good month. We have more than enough money to pay the interest on our debt, to pay Social Security, to pay our military. The rest of the government will have to shut down. Oh, well. That means our VA will get paid. Our military will get paid. Our Social Security benefits, our Medicare and Medicaid will get paid. And the interest on our debt. Does anybody really believe that Jack Lowe is going to be the only Treasury Secretary in the history of the United States of America, or even throughout the last 17, if we just go back to the last 17 government shutdowns, is not going to pay the interest due on the debt? I mean, come on, really? I know it's a wonderful talking point, and I know the majority of the people, the uninformed out there, believe that. I get that. I understand that. But it's a lie. So it's not going to happen. Moody's agrees with me on that it's not going to happen. They will pay those. I think this is a time when we need to encourage John Boehner and other Republicans in the House of Representatives that we want them to stand fast. We want them to be bold and do what is right for America. If the Democrats don't want to compromise, let it be on them. If Jack Lew doesn't want to pay the debt, let it be on him. That will be a decision that he makes solely. Let it be on him. That's fine. Let the president veto some sort of compromise bill and let it be the shutdown continuing on him. You think that they would welcome the opportunity to take another look at Obamacare for another year. That should be a good thing for them, but they're too afraid that it'll never happen if they do it, which is probably pretty likely.